Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Monday, the 26th of November, National Cake Day. Also, Cyber Monday. So a lot of people can be doing a lot of online shopping today. Benjamin Franklin has our quote for today. He says, "Diligence is the mother of good luck." I like that. I wonder who the father of good luck is then. Diligence is the mother. Hey, we've got a great guest on the program today. E.G.Dailey is our guest. You may remember E.G.Dailey. She was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I love her.
She was also the voice of Tommy Pickles and Rugrats and many, many, many other things. We're super excited to visit with E.G.Dailey for our Movie Star Monday guest for today.
Want to honor a veteran? Consider giving to Veterans Tickets Foundation, a national nonprofit who supports our currently serving military, veterans, and family members of those we've lost in action by providing them with free tickets to sporting events, concerts, performing arts, and family activities. VetTix is dedicated to giving back to those who gave us so much. Learn how you can help at vettix.org. VetTix, T-I-X.org.
Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center, Heidi? Today, Shore Meadows, Tom River, New Jersey. Is Shore Meadows a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Shore Meadows sounds like a golf course.
It is not a golf course. I'm sorry. It is a rehab
Are you
center.
kidding?
Yeah, Shore Meadows, Tom River, New Jersey, is a rehab center.
Well, there you go.
Good try, but you weren't right today. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We're getting to the time of year where we start planning for holiday parties and other events that often include alcohol. I encourage you to have some alcohol-free options as well. And if you are drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to connect you with someone who can be there for you or that loved one. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, we're here for you. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com. And this is your brain on drugs. Matthew Caskey, he's a UPS driver in Louisville, Kentucky. He was charged with a DUI and careless driving at a middle school. An employee at a middle school reported him to police. They said this person called the police when this guy arrived at the building reeking of alcohol. He left the school before police arrived, but minutes later they spotted him speeding down a nearby road, hitting a curb that was raised. The arrest report says that he was that he had admitted to drinking a half a pint of whiskey. They said he looked tired and red,
doing his job,
and had slurred speech. He failed a field sobriety test, later submitted to a breathalyzer, which determined a .316 blood alcohol level.
Gosh.
Had a small bottle of whiskey Fireball in his pocket, partially full bottle of Early Times, and some empty bottles of alcohol in his lunchbox. So he was packed for the day.
I guess so.
I know this is a very busy time of year for those the people that are out delivering packages, not just UPS like this guy, but USPS and FedEx and all of them. So, be kind to them, but I don't know why this guy was drinking. That's a bad idea, no matter who you are. So don't do that. That is what happens, though, when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, Robert De Niro and his wife Grace Hightower have split after 20 years of marriage, which in, Hollywood, that's a long time to be married. 20 years?
Yeah, I saw this the other day. That's really sad.
Producers of Sex and the City reveal that the film is not happening, but apparently it was in the script that Mr. Big was supposed to die of a heart attack in the shower.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, but the producers are saying that the film is not happening. So I don't know if it is or if it isn't.
I never watched that show. That's not one I ever liked. I've seen it a few times, but I'm just like, I just don't get it.
I just remember reading recently there was somebody who was talking about time travel, and they said that back in the 90s that was called Sex in the City. Now it's Sex and the City. It was always Sex and the City. It was never in the city. But they say that's how I remember it. Well, you just remembered it wrong. That's all. I don't think time travel didn't prove time travel. It proved you had a bad memory. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by freshpatch.com. For those of you who are not online, I want to make sure you know about this too. The Center for Disease Control said steer clear of romaine lettuce for a while.
Yeah, I've seen that a ton.
That has been all over the place on Facebook, but I just officially got that.
It's always romaine lettuce that is the problem.
That?
I don't know.
You know, I have officially avoided romaine lettuce for, I don't know, 40-plus years.
No,
of my life.
you haven't.
I've had a few bits and pieces of it here and there, but
I buy romaine lettuce a lot, so you have not avoided it.
I know, but I'm not saying that I eat it. So
yes, you do.
Not really. I'm also prepared for a Brussels sprouts outbreak if that happens. I've been avoiding that. And, like, if there's a kale-tastrophe...
There's a kale problem, we're good.
Next time you hear about a kale-tastrophe, I'm not involved, so it's going to be okay. Taco Bell released a new item called the Triple Lupa. Triple Lupa. It's some sort of thing that's like three chalupas you're supposed to tear apart and share with friends, so apparently it's a big deal. I don't know. Do you think we needed another thing there? Do you think we need more?
I certainly wasn't asking for one.
Taco Bell creations. There are people that are still upset that they got rid of the nacho fries. So I guess that was one of the.
I didn't even know they had.
They did it for a while and then they quit it, and now there's people all upset. AAA is predicting 53 million people will take a road trip this week, and that's not counting. This says Thanksgiving weekend. that was this last weekend. Some of my news is from last week, so apparently that's not quite the case. I know just the travel just for shopping alone over the weekend was probably ridiculous.
Insane.
Survey found that 1 in 10 people have burnt their ex's possessions after breaking up. Have you ever done that?
No.
Break up with somebody and then burn their shirt or their sweater or something? I've never done that either. I think maybe our generation's a little different. Maybe
I did burn a diary one time.
Did you? Your diary or someone else's?
Yeah, my diary.
Why? There was stuff in
all
there
sorts of things in it I didn't want people to find.
Nobody needs to read this.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn this now.
Get rid of the evidence.
Now I kind of wonder what was in that diary. A 24-year-old Maryland woman accidentally put a winning lottery ticket through the wash. Incredibly, it was legible enough when she found it inside of her apartment. So she...
How much did she win?
It says $10,000.
Whoa!
She cashed in the ticket and won the $10,000. So there you go. I wonder if she'll be charged with money laundering. Okay, no, it was just a lottery ticket. She didn't launder the money. Legalized marijuana went on sale in Massachusetts last week, and the state is already raking in the major tax revenue. So there are people out there that are saying that should be everywhere. Regulated pot comes in a variety of different doses. So it's not exactly the same, everywhere. So depending on what you get and all of that. I'm not an expert on that. I don't know much about it at all. But I guess there was bigger lines for that than there were for Black Friday. So apparently it was a big deal. And an Arizona police officer arrested a naked man who committed a series of burglaries in the nude. So it is a little warmer in Arizona than it is in other parts of the country this time of year. So. And do we have time for one more? I think we do. Passengers on LOT Polish Airlines were forced to pay a mechanic to fix their plane or they wouldn't let the plane take off. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine being on an airplane where they're telling...
So they weren't going to, and then they said, no, you can't leave until it's fixed?
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary. I wouldn't want to be on that airline.
Yeah. It says they were forced to pay a mechanic to fix the airplane or they wouldn't be able to take off.
Huh.
So I've got a link to the story if you want to read all the details.
Or maybe the mechanic did the work and they didn't want to pay him.
Oh, that could be. But
maybe it's worded weird.
Would it be the passengers that would have to do that typically?
Not the passengers, no, but the airline.
It's the way it sounds like. I don't know. Either way. Thanks for listening.
It just is a very poorly worded sentence.
I may have just read it wrong, too. I have a link to it if you want to see it. It's in the show notes. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you trying to find the perfect gift for someone with a good sense of humor? FunkyMonkeyShirts.com has a good selection of funny t-shirts and more. Some with Christmas themes. One that even replaces the ugly Christmas sweater for your next party. Find some silly shirts at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Also, learn how you can sell your own designs to make some extra Christmas cash. There's a link at the bottom of the page at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
It's another Movie Star Monday, and our guest today, E.G.Dailey. She's got a really cool program she's working on, a music video, and you can actually help be a part of it through Kickstarter. E.G., how you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks so much much. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Got to tell you, we absolutely loved you in many of the movies throughout the years, and then also the television programs, and I love that you do so much voice work, so kind of a bit of a fanboy here, but I'm really kind of excited to chat with you about the project you're working on right now. When did this project So-Pretty get started?
Well, I write a lot of music for film and TV, and so I just got together with this new team of writers and these two guys that are amazing, and we wrote this song, and as I wrote the song, right after it got done, they kind of left, and I was like, oh my God, this message is so important that I have to release this song. Like, I have to release this song because it's affected my life, it's affected everyone I know, like men, women, children, and so I was like, I got to release it, I got to do this song myself, because I just felt it wasn't so much about having like a big single out there, it was about having a message out there that was really monumental, and the song's called So Pretty, and the message is about how much importance there is on our outsides, and it's such a bottomless pit. And now, people are going to like dangerous lengths. There's those, giant booty surgeries, and there's those, there's so much stuff that we can do. But really, the work is on the inside. The work is on if you don't feel beautiful and good on your insides, you can't feel your outsides. You can't feel the beauty that's on your outside. So it's a really beautiful message, and we did we had people send us videos about what lengths they've gone through to be beautiful or feel good about themselves, and it's pretty scary, some of the things, but it's also awesome to hear what people are starting to do now to feel good about themselves, and affirmations, and it's just a really beautiful message. And the song is just kind of, it's asking why are we focusing so much on the outside, when we should focus on how kind someone is and how beautiful they are on the inside, and how much nice stuff they do for others, and I don't know, it's just a really beautiful message.
Well, we're going to throw a link online to make it easy for people to see a sneak preview, and also make it easy for them to contribute if they'd like to do the Kickstarter. I think it's cool. I was looking on there. There's even an opportunity if they want to have dinner with EG. I think that's cool, so they can make contributions. When you're putting a Kickstarter together, I've never done that. That's got to be hard to figure out. What do you put for the different levels? I mean, that's a tough thing to do.
The Kickstarter is really, it's not really about, we're really not asking to make money. It's not really about making money. It's really about letting people have the opportunity to connect. So if you go to the Kickstarter, I think there's 9 more days on that Kickstarter to get the maximum. But it's not even about that. It's more about people have the opportunity to connect with me. You can get a signed autograph, you can get a signed lyric sheet, you can get, it starts smaller and then it goes into actually I can do a little fun voice message for you as one of the characters that I do, or if you want to do it as a gift for someone. And then it gets into we're going to have a beautiful dinner with some of my super fans, and and then we'll have a luncheon with super fans where we do Q&As. It's really just a way for people to participate in this movement, and so there's different pledges. There's little tiny pledges you can do, and it just helps people be part of the movement, because I really believe it's more fun. It's more fun that way. So Kickstarter is just a great way to connect right now with the project. Or just maybe there's also a one-woman show that I did, or there's a voiceover seminar on there that we're offering. There's just so many things, and it's just really about us connecting to the people.
I think that's awesome. Now, over the years, you've had a chance to do some amazing things. I remember summer school, the song Mind Over Matter. I loved the video. It's cool that we're talking about a video now. I loved that video for Mind Over Matter, where a lot of the cast from the film was in that music video as well. And it's just, I thought that was so fun. I don't remember a lot of other music videos that were done like that.
No, I don't either. I just know they did the movie, and then they called and said, we're going to bring the cast back and throw them in your music video, because they hired me to do that song. And I was like, that's amazing.
It was just a really cool idea, maybe even a little ahead of your time there.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Now, over the years, there are people who maybe if they didn't get to know you back in the 80s from some of the cool things, they might know you from a show that our daughter is now hooked on. She's in high school, but she's hooked on Friends. So you were Phoebe's music partner on Friends for a while.
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you?
They've heard your voice on so many things, whether it was
you guys know I do
Rugrats.
men. Woohoo! I do the theme song to that.
Absolutely.
That's actually my voice.
And then the really neat thing is also the voiceover work that you do with Rugrats and all the other programs.
Yeah, I do Rugrats, I do Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls, I did Happy Feet, I did Baby Mumble, I did Babe and Babe 2. I do a whole bunch of, I do Curious George right now, it's one of my new ones. Got a new one called Maddie and Friends that's coming out. So many projects. Yeah, so many projects. It's super fun.
And
this music project is so fun because this one is more about me connecting to fans and humans and people.
Absolutely. And you have this, movie career and a voiceover career and a music career. Last season, you were even on NBC on The Voice, which was awesome. So many people, when you came out, they're like, oh, my God, I remember her. So I thought that was really cool. What was it like to go on The Voice after all these years of doing things?
It was kind of like pretty dreamy. Like, at first I almost didn't do it. A friend of mine had gotten me this audition. I was like, I'm not going to do that show. I mean, I already have a good career. I'm super blessed. And I kind of felt like, oh, my kids are going to be like, Mom, what are you doing? And they'd be like, what are you doing on The Voice? I was like, well, my friend got me this audition. I don't want to be rude. And so I went. But it turned out to be such a gift because what it reminded me was that you should just always be doing what you love. That it was just, I love singing. I'm an artist. I'm a songwriter. I sing. And it's a big part of my life. Like, my voice and what I do with my voice is the number one part of my voice, really, besides being a mother. That's my big one. But it's like I got on that show, and it was like all of a sudden I was on the stage looking at those chairs from the inside instead of from the back of the chairs in my TV. And I remember saying lately when I first started watching The Voice, like, I think I would be on Team Blake if I was on that show. And it was just a simple little thought, and then all of a sudden it manifested. So I was like, wow, this is incredible. And it just reminded me, like, I can't believe I'm continuing to say yes to things that I love to do, and now I'm being rewarded because it's actually happening on such a big scale. I mean, thinking on The Voice was monumental at this point in my life. With my career that I've already had, it was just a huge blessing, and it's such a great show.
It was awesome to see you back on that, and I'm super excited for this new project you're working on.
Oh, my God, So Pretty. Yeah, me too. So Pretty feels really powerful. I hope you guys will go see the video. Go check it out on my E.G. Daily YouTube page or on YouTube. Yeah, just subscribe to E.G. Daily YouTube. But the video is it's on my website, too, egdaily.com. It's a really fun video. Did you guys see the video?
I have, and I'm going to throw a link to make it really easy for people to find it as well.
Yes, and also go to iTunes and pick up the song. There's 3 versions of it. It's beautiful. Go to iTunes and grab it or stream it. It's all out there.
And I had one of our listeners, when I posted on Facebook that I was going to talk to you, he said, you have to ask, is there any possibility of a re-release of Wild Child? He said, I've been looking for years to find that.
Oh, my God. Tell them that I think I've had all those songs put up on iTunes. But as far as, like, the hard copies, yeah, I don't know how to get that to happen. It's such a, that record was going on, like, eBay for, like, $250. It was a classic record. And tell them thanks, because that was one of my favorite albums. It was, like, my first one, and it was my favorite. Although I actually like another one called Tearing Down the Walls that's out there right now. But, yeah, I don't know if it's going to come out, but it is on iTunes. I think I managed to get them all up on iTunes.
Well, I'll make sure to let him know he can find them digitally. Thank you again, E.G., for taking the time to chat with us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And connect, everybody. Connect to me on Instagram if you have any questions. I love to connect with people. Private message me, Real E.G. Daily Instagram, on Twitter, Real E.G. Daily on Facebook.
And we're going to throw a link to that in the show notes to make it easy to connect. Again, E.G. Daily has been our guest today. Thank you again, E.G.
Thanks so much, guys.
It's been another Movie Star Monday, and you can find all of the information that we just talked about with E.G. Daily in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales, and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Donald Duck's middle name is what? Do you remember?
Fauntleroy.
Oh, you do remember. I didn't think you would remember that. Yes, that is one of my favorite fun facts. So, again, Donald Duck's...
See, you think I don't listen to you. I listen to you.
Oh, yeah. I don't listen to you. Huh? Were you talking to me? All right. Thanks for listening to a fun fact on the John and Heidi Show.
FreshPatch.com is making dogs like me happy. They send out real grass pads for us to use indoors. Now when it's cold outside, I can go inside. And when I've used up the real grass patch, the mailman brings me a new Fresh Patch. It's the best idea since doggy treats. Convince your mommy to try it today. I suggest you try Puppy Dog Eyes. FreshPatch.com. Use promo code RADIO to save 10%. That's FreshPatch.com, promo code RADIO.
Now today's grandiloquent word, afreet. A-F-R-E-E-T. Afreet. What do you think that is?
I have no idea.
Afreet, a powerful, evil demon or monstrous giant in Arabic mythology. Afreet. Well, that doesn't sound good. That's not a fun word. That's kind of a scary word.
Not at all.
Afreet, today's weird, grandiloquent word.
Want to honor a veteran? Consider giving to Veterans Tickets Foundation, a national nonprofit who supports our currently serving military, veterans, and family members of those we've lost in action by providing them with free tickets to sporting events, concerts, performing arts, and family activities. VetTix is dedicated to giving back to those who gave us so much. Learn how you can help at vettix.org. VetTix, T-I-X.org.
Now, some weird news for you on a Monday. We're learning more and more information about a woman in the center of a string of robberies across Metro Detroit taking place over a matter of hours. Literally, it's like something out of a movie. A serial bank robber hitting 5 banks back to back to back to back. A series of bank heists maybe seen back in the day, but it's unusual for a modern era. Police say the woman behind the serial robberies is DeJane Jordan.
DeJane?
D-A-J-A-N-A-E. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Police released pictures of the serial robber, each time going into a bank with her face covered, giving a teller note demanding cash. After investigators reviewed the security video, they were able to identify a vehicle during the robberies and tracked it down to an apartment in Sterling Heights where she lived. They took her into custody. She only managed to get away with a few $1,000s from all of those robberies. So 5 bank robberies back to back to back to back. She only got a few $1,000. So I think that's a bad idea. Terrible idea. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh. A Wyoming man is facing domestic battery charges after allegedly striking his girlfriend with a scalding hot pocket. It left a burn on her neck and her ears. So
I bet it would, because when those things first come out, they are scalding.
That is probably not something we should be laughing at. But the police say her friend had been injured by a hot pocket. A 29-year-old Levi Lucero, witnesses told the police on the skin of the 28-year-old victim's face was blistering and falling off.
Oh, God.
She was being loaded into an ambulance and appeared to have suffered burns on her neck and ear. The hot pocket shrapnel all over her neck and her shirt caused other burns as well. The victim, it says Lucerno, that's the guy that threw it, and the victim are parents of a 2-year-old boy and have been living together for 6 years. During the questioning, the gentleman, I don't know if that's really the right way to describe him,
not at all,
hot pocket thrower, acknowledged that they were arguing but denied that the dispute turned violent. When asked about her injuries, he said, "I didn't mean to burn her." Well, I don't care if you meant to or not. You did, you jerk. That's not nice. Don't do that. You don't hit people with a hot pocket or with anything. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. You ready for this, Heidi?
I'm ready.
Okay, tell me, is this something that really truly happened in the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up just to amuse us? Fort Myers High School principal fired after being dressed as a sexy handmaiden for Halloween. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
Doggone it, you're good at this. That is fake news. How did you know that?
Well, why would that have anything to do with her job?
I don't know. I just can't believe that you were, like, on a roll. Almost makes, and I cover up the screen, so I know she's not cheating. I don't know. Thanks for listening. We have some good news coming your way.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It's kind of a cool story. Today being Cyber Monday and all, last Friday was Black Friday, and there were a lot of people lined up to save dough, and buy stuff, and it's a big shopping day. Well, our good news today has to do with Black Friday, Heidi. So I'll read the headline first. Customers line up on Black Friday to buy gifts for refugees from a special pop-up store. How cool is that? I think that's really cool. There's a story here from Black Friday talking about where people were doing something nice for others. There's a shop stocked with everything from emergency blankets and tents and warm clothing and hygiene supplies, educational materials, and keys to a home. All of the items purchased at the Choose Love pop-up are distributed across Europe and the Middle East. So this is for people in Europe. And it says here, according to this, Help Refugees is the nonprofit behind the initiative. It must be in England because all the dollar signs are in British pounds. They started this in 2017, and they raised £750,000. That's the equivalent of $962,000. The charity was so successful last year in London that they opened a second location this year in New York City. Additional shops will now be stocked with sleeping bags and supplies that can be purchased for homeless people in the UK and in the US. It's a cool idea. So if you're standing in line and you're going to be buying something, it's cool to be able to stand in line and buy something for others, too. That's really neat. I've got a link to that story if you'd like to read it. Thank you so much for listening. And, Heidi, thank you for being here on Cyber Monday.
You're welcome.
I thought for sure you were going to be a no-show today.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're a lucky fella.
If you notice, she didn't really say much today. She's been on her computer the whole time.
I'm really tired.
Thanks for listening. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Cyber Monday edition of John and Heidi Show.